Hi, I'm Major Roger Bicknell, and you found me today because you've typed into your browser, what do you have to do to join the army? You saw my video and decided you'd come and see what I have to say. Well, that question could make a very long video, but I'll try to cut it short. First of all, I'm going to share my screen with you and try and take you through some of the steps you should be doing to for your research into this area. Now, if you paste in that keyword and hit enter, Google has done a search and it's a fairly big one, but the British Army website has come up as #1. If you're in America, the US Army website will come up there, Canadian, Australian. On the whole, whatever country you're in, your country's website will come up. So this stands good for you. Now, so we'll go here, and the reason I'm taking you here is you don't want to follow how to join first of all. You need to do some homework because when you get to the joining process and interviews, they're going to ask you for 3 choices, your first, second, and third choice of what you would like to do in the army. So you need to look at careers in the army to start with. And here you've got join the army as a reserve, join it as a soldier, join it as an officer. So you can look at each of those. But if you come down here, start your application, I'm not suggesting you do that, but above the yellow page, you'll find Role Finder. Click there on the Role Finder and you'll start coming up with a lot of information and options. They're saying you should choose up to 5. I'm saying you're going to need to choose between 4 to 6 at this stage. Make sure you've got a notebook and note them down. So come back to here, search by role or keyword, and just type your what do you have to do to join the army in there, and click on the spyglass, and you'll see it's come up with 167 choices for you over 14 pages. Now, I'm not going to go through them all with you now, but you need to go through them. And we'll just look, logistics supply specialist. Lots of prospects after you've come out of the army with that sort of qualification. So here we are in the logistics supply specialist of the Royal Logistics Corps, and you'll see information here about it all. But your question was, what do you have to do for joining? Well, here down at the bottom, and all of these things are basically the same format. The first box here, it tells you whether you've got to be male or female. In this case, both are acceptable. Joining ages for the army are between 16.5 and under 33 years old. But if you want to join the reserves, you've got slightly different age prospects. In this box on the right, you'll see no formal qualifications are required. The army's going to give them to you. It says what you should be interested in. And yes, most of us want to join the army for our outdoor activity. But as you get more senior, you're going to have to spend more time in the office. Just got to accept that. But that's the way life is in whatever career you go for. And over here, it gives you an idea of what qualifications you're going to come out of the system with. Now, that's the process. Now, I was in the army. I went to Sandhurst. My father joined as a boy soldier at 14 and went to the Army Apprentice College at Chepstow and trained to be a plumber. And when I was coming up to join the army, he gave me some advice. And that was that if you join the army, you're going to have a super life if you put your heart into it. Be receptive to learning, and you will do things you never thought were possible, certainly in Civvy Street. But he said it won't make you rich or wealthy. You won't come out of the system like a Richard Branson or Donald Trump, but you will have a great life and you will achieve a lot of things, helping people and whatever. You may have to risk your life at times, but that's part of the game of being a soldier. So that aside, I hope that's been of some use to you. And you may be asking, why do I prepare these, as I've been out of the army over 20 years? Well, I think it's a useful bit of advice, that. And so I like to give that. But one of the other things I've discovered is with the internet, you can earn a supplementary income. And now I actually make money helping people. Now I fucked this up.